Hello everyone, welcome to Communicative English. We have already learned about parts of speech. Today we are going to learn about tenses. This chapter is a very important concept in grammar. Let us learn about tenses. Tenses denote the time of action. It shows when the action is done. For example, an action happened yesterday. We say it in past tense. An action is going on right now. We refer in present tense, and an action that will happen in future, we use future tense. Tenses are the forms taken by a verb to show the time of an action or the state of an event. There are three tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. Before learning the tenses, you must learn the conjugation of verb. Verb is an action word. Everyone knows that verb is an action word. It has a lot of significance in a sentence. Sentence cannot be formed without verb. A verb can take four forms. Present, we call it as verb 1 or V1 form. Past, we call it as V2, verb 2. Past participle, we call it as V3. And present participle, we call as V4 or ing form of the verb. V4 form is nothing but ing form of the verb. As it is just common in all the verbs, I haven't added it in the table. Before we learn tenses, we need to learn the conjugation of verb. Please look at the word arm. Was is the past tense and been is the past participle tense. Past participle form. Are, were, been, arise, arose, risen, awake, awoke, awaken, be, was, been, bear, bore, born, beat, bet, though the spelling is same, we pronounce it as bet, beaten, become, became, become, begin, began, begun. These are some common words that you need to learn, V1, V2, and V3 forms. Because when we construct a sentence under various tenses, you will have to use these words forms, V2 form or V3 forms, even V4 form, ing form of the verb. Bite, bit, bitten, blow, blew, blown, break, broke, broken. Many of the verbs are regular verbs which forms V2 and V3 by adding ed. If you add ed to the main verb or the V1 form, you get V2 and V3 form, but there are many irregular verbs also which has an entirely different V2 and V3 forms. You are expected to learn all these verb forms before we proceed into the tenses. Now let us learn about tenses. Each tense, that is simple, we have three tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. Present tense refers to actions happen or occurring right now at the time of speaking or in the present. Past tense refer to the tenses or the action occurs in the occurred in the past, and future tense refer to the actions that are going to happen in the future. Each of these three tenses are subdivided into four: indefinite or simple, continuous or imperfect, perfect, and perfect continuous tense. Let us start with the first tense. Under simple present tense, you have a few rules. And before I proceed to simple present tense, dear learners, I have aimed at the students who are beginners. So I didn't include all the usages of all tenses. The very important usage of all tenses are mentioned here. First, let us learn about present tense. The first tense under present tense is simple present tense. Simple present tense. Simple present tense take subject, verb, object form. Verb 1 or V1. Where do we use simple present tense? Simple present tense is used to express a habitual action. A habitual action. What is a habitual action? The things that we do every day. I drink milk every day. I go to school at 9. I pray to God every evening. I go to bed at 10 p.m. in the evening. In this manner, you'll be speaking about the things that are your habits. So, simple present tense is used to refer to an action that is your habit, and a habitual action we call. Remember, the first usage is habitual action. The second usage is it is also used to express general truth. General truth. There are so many common facts around us, like the sun rises in the east, the earth revolves around the sun, milk is white. These are all some general facts, common facts that everyone knows. So whenever we want to talk about common facts, we need to use simple present tense. Now let me explain to you how to create a sentence in simple present tense. We are learning about the first tense, simple present tense. How to create a positive statement, let us see. Positive. How to create a positive statement under simple present. Subject plus, first you need to write subject, then verb 1, first form of the verb. Verb plus S or ES. I'll tell you why I have put it in the bracket, plus object. This is the positive structure of simple present tense. Subject plus verb 1 plus object. S or ES. Verb takes S or ES if the subject is third person singular. We have learned about personal pronouns in the previous class. Third person singular, like he, she, it, or any singular names. Singular names. Whenever the subject is third person singular, verb must take S or ES form according to the convenience. Let us have two examples which will make the things clear. Okay. First, I have opted for a subject, I. V1 form, eat. I eat. An object, mango. Now you have a doubt. Why didn't I add S or ES to eat? Because the subject is first person. I is first person. So it is not necessary to add S or ES. S or ES is added only when the subject is third person singular. Let us have another example, which will be subject is he. As you all know, he is third person singular. So I need to write he eats mango. I need to write he eats mango. Why did I add S form here? Because the subject is third person singular. I hope it's clear to you. This is how we make positive structure. Coming to negative structure. All of you know negative, negation, something that is not. First, you need to write subject plus do or does plus not. The word not is used to create negative sentences. V1 plus object. This is the negative structure of simple present tense. Let me make a sentence. I. Now you will have doubt where to write do and where to write does. Does is used only with the third person singular, like he, she, it, and any singular names like Ramu. Okay, do is used with all other subjects. So I need to write here, I do. Next, not. I do not Verb 1, eat mango. I do not eat mango. The short form of do not is don't. We can also say, I don't eat mango. I don't eat mango. Let me make another sentence. He is third person singular, so we must select does. He does not eat mango. He does not eat mango. Okay, in the same way, if I go for a plural, they do not eat mango. So this is the negative form of simple present tense. Now let us see the interrogative form. Now let us see the interrogative form of the simple present tense. Interrogative. Interrogative form of simple present tense. Structure is do or does plus subject plus V1, first form of the verb, plus object plus question mark. Question mark is a very important factor in interrogative form. You should start with do or does. Before that, you need to decide what is the subject. If subject is I or if subject is you, just start with do. Do you eat mango? Question mark. If subject is he, you need to start with does. Does he eat mango? Does he eat mango? If subject is they, do they eat mango? In this manner, you can create simple present interrogative. We can also make questions using WH words. To make questions using WH words, you just need to add a WH word like what, which, where, when, why, how, who, etc. to the question. For example, do you eat mango? There is an interrogative sentence. There is an interrogative sentence. So you just add what before that and write what do you eat? What do you eat? Or when do you go to bed? When do you go to bed? In this manner, you can make a question using WH words in simple present tense. I hope that you have understood simple present tense.